Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Monday to everyone and to you, Dan.
Happy post Mother's Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a good day. I had most of my posse come by.
Yeah.
I
had Kelly's family came over.
Oh, well, good.
And we had a big dinner. And
did you cook?
I didn't cook anything this time.
Oh.
No, not me.
Really?
Yes, not me.
I'm a little disappointed. Hey, I need my...
What you need? Need your camera?
Well, we came in here and all the cameras were like not...
Yeah, they were shooting the floor.
They were shooting the floor, exactly. So we had to wait till we have bodies in the seat.
I had a wild weekend.
Did you?
I flew up to.
Oh, that's right.
I flew up to Ticonderoga, New York, and we drove back with some. Well, I'm not supposed to say, but we brought back some next generation set pieces.
Why aren't you supposed to say? Is it a secret?
What I just said.
Because of what it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's kind of a secret.
Well, it's not a secret anymore.
Well, for the 4 people that listen to our show.
So you rented a U-Haul kind of truck, or
we flew up there first.
Right.
We flew up there, and I was expecting. I hadn't flown for a long time, and we flew from Springfield to Chicago, and then we got off the plane, and we had to rush.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't meander.
No, you got to run sometimes.
We rushed from one end to the terminal to the next to get to the other plane. And the plane that we were on initially was was 2 seats on one side and 2 seats on the other.
Yeah.
And I swear the fuselage was no wider than this.
Yeah.
6 feet or 8 feet. Mm-hmm. And we were, I don't even know why they put armrest on these things.
You can't hardly do it. You're going to fight with your neighbor, for one.
You might as well get really comfortable with who you're sitting next to and just snuggle up.
I've had to sit in my seat like this. It's not pleasant.
Yeah.
But
and the comfort of the chairs is from 0 to 10. 10 being the most comfortable. I would say a -3.
Yeah, they're not comfy, are they, Dan?
I would have been better bringing 2 cardboard boxes to sit on.
All planes need to have more comfy seats, more comfy armrests, and when you actually think, when there's a button to recline yourself, let's let them work.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to recline a lot. I mean, I don't want to disrupt the people behind me. I'm thoughtful about that, but maybe I'd like for it to actually function. Yeah. That would be helpful to me. The armrest to go up when they have the little button that does.
Yeah. Anyway, it was.
You made it there.
Made it there. We got a truck, and unbeknownst to me, my partner Glenn decided that when he was renting the truck, he went to the flipping place, or he went somewhere to order it. Mm-hmm. And they said, "Well, that's interesting. You're bringing the truck back to Flip in Arkansas. We need trailers there. Would you like to hook on your 20-foot long, the biggest truck they've got? You want to hook a trailer on the back of that and bring it back, and we'll discount some
You were
miles."
helping work for them?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. Was it U-Haul? What was it?
It was a U-Haul.
U-Haul kind of deal?
I mean, it was okay. I mean...
You had to drive a big old truck?
We had to drive a big old truck with a trailer on the back of it.
Wow.
12-foot trailer on the back.
Was it a free trip for the truck?
No.
Oh.
No.
I'm pretty sure they should have comped that.
Well, they comped some.
They should have comped the entire thing.
Yeah. And Glenn doesn't like to drive those trucks. So guess who got to drive most of the way?
How long did it take you?
Driving back, it took 22 hours.
Good gravy. Driving. So did you just turn around, get the stuff, and come home?
Basically.
You spent the night there?
Yeah, we got on the plane, went to Albany. We got in the truck for 2 hours, drove up to Ticonderoga, loaded the stuff up, turned around, and drove to... I can't remember where we stayed, but we stayed in Pennsylvania somewhere.
Okay.
That night. Got up and drove the next day.
Yeah.
But I have to say, when we got to Indiana, Highway 75, if people have ever driven on Highway 75, they know, and truck drivers especially know this because they're on it all the time. I don't understand what is wrong with the transportation department.
What do you mean?
In Indiana. It's ridiculous. There's construction all over the place. The roads are horrible. They're worse than my dirt road.
Wow.
It's horrible.
Huh.
They'll come in and they'll patch sections. And you've got blacktop, and then they patch it with concrete.
It doesn't even...
What's that mean? Of course, I don't understand, but it doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
And they're doing these sections, and they're supposed to be working on them. And what I don't understand is bring in the hot mix and pave this thing.
Right.
Don't waste your time doing whatever you're doing.
Fix the problem. Yeah.
You're building a road
it,
on dirt. If that underlayment has not already been prepared, what are you doing? I think
maybe you need to have a little talk with them.
I need to call the governor. Is what I'm going to do.
That's what you need to do.
I'm calling the governor.
I expect you to do that
during
the break.
What's the number?
I don't know. We'll have to look it up at break. So Dan.
Anyway, I had shaken baby syndrome by the time we got out of Indiana. It was horrible.
Wow, but you're home. You got the stuff home. Here, the goods. Truck returned where it needed to go and flipping, I guess.
Yep.
Okay, that's awesome.
Next adventure, sign me up.
Whatever comes on, whatever comes your way. That's a good one, Dan.
Boy.
Well, I'm glad you had a safe trip and a productive one as well.
By the way, I'm taking the rest of the week off. I'm going to drive to Alaska. It's 40 hours.
That's about the dumbest thing you've said.
All right.
Well, all right. I reckon.
Well, tell me about your Mother's Day. Was it okay?
It was very nice. Thank you very much. I do want to say Friday I went to my friend's. She graduated with her master's on Friday from MSU, and I went there. I got rear-ended.
Oh.
In the process. Oh, yeah. We were all trying to turn off on National, and it was like everybody was cramming on their brakes. Well, the little man behind me didn't get them on fast enough.
Oh, boy.
You know, bam. So it's super busy highway where this was. I couldn't open my door. You know, you can't.
Oh, yeah.
I pulled to the shoulder just to try. I didn't know how bad it was hurt.
Yeah.
I had no idea. But you couldn't get out, so we had to go find a place to pull over on the exit.
Yeah.
You know, I made it to the graduation fine, and my everything functions. It's just now it's a pain in my butt.
Did he have insurance?
Yes.
Okay.
So
okay.
I mean, they will pay for it. You know, it wasn't my fault, but anyway. Anyway, He was a nice young kid, and I felt bad for him. He was on his way to graduation as well.
Oh, too. Everybody's in a hurry.
And everybody was in a hurry, and everybody was turning. It was plus morning traffic. It was just nuts. But anyway.
Well, I saw a lot of people on their phones on the freeway.
See, I was listening to my GPS is what I was doing because I had to go back and recreate. You know, think it through. And I told my insurance lady, I was following my GPS. That's all I can tell you. I said, I'm not even sure which national I was turning on, but the one going towards Great Southern Arena.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, but yesterday made up for all the hoo-hoo because I had a very nice day and I got to see my little Paxton.
I'm glad you didn't.
Anyway.
It wasn't more serious.
Me too.
Yeah.
So today, let's talk about the weather.
Okay.
It's a little cloudy and gloomy out there.
It was sprinkling in a little bit this morning.
I saw that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm done with rain, but I guess it's not done. A chance of showers today, and then possibly a thunderstorm after 1 p.m., mostly cloudy with a high of 73. The precipitation chance is 70% today. And then tonight it drops to a 20% with a low of 55. Tuesday, sunny with a high of 82. And Tuesday night, mostly clear with a low of 61. Wednesday, sunny, high 87. And Wednesday night, a low of a 66. And you could take it to Thursday there, bud.
Thursday, it looks like it's mostly sunny with a high near 86. Ooh, it's going to be hot. And then Thursday night, low 60. Friday, 20% chance of rain moves into our neck of the woods with some showers and possible thunderstorms after noon. And then mostly sunny with a high near 84 degrees for Friday. Friday night, 30% chance of showers, thunderstorms, partly cloudy with a low around 60. Saturday, 20% chance of showers remain. Mostly sunny with a high of 83 degrees. Saturday night, low 61, 30% chance of showers, and then 50% on Sunday with a high around 82. It's going to be
So
hot
we're in the
and
80s.
muggy.
We're in the 80s,
Yep.
and it's going to be muggy.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
read it and weep.
Yes.
Okay, Dan, tell them a little preference, a little prep about your...
You know, I'm starting to run out of topics.
It's getting hard, isn't it?
Yeah, especially when you have to have 5 different things on one topic, on one subject. But I did think about careers and, possibilities of, what jobs that we all have and what we may want in the future, or maybe have changed our minds along the way. So our first question, if you will play the music, please.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't bring my phone in here. I was going to read a couple because they're really quite funny. Do you have? You don't have yours either.
Y'all, I didn't
my
bring anything
gosh.
in here. This is bizarre.
Yeah,
but
we were kind of in a hurry. We had a little technical.
Yeah, we
problem.
did.
If you could do one job for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Professional traveler. I don't know. I really couldn't think of, my life's work at the time when I did it was nursing.
Yes.
Well, I'm not going to go and say at this point in my life, oh, I want a full-time job. What would I,
Yeah.
think about what would you do for the rest of your
Yeah.
life? It was really hard for me to say.
Yeah. Okay.
But nursing is where I came up, but I'm quite happy being a stay-at-home
there you go.
wife, honestly.
If I could do one job, I like what I do.
There you go.
I don't want to, let's see. I've kind of gone after the things that I have a passion for, and I've done those things, and I like doing those things.
So,
But to be paid to do them, I probably wouldn't want to do them. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So,
I get you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or wouldn't be paid enough. But let's see. My wife Kelly showed me a meme. It's a meme. You have to go look, but it's funny. It's you remember the segment on the Lucy show where her and Ethel are trying to to do the chocolate thing.
Oh, yeah.
She said she'd love to have that job.
Really?
Okay. And I think, let's see, somebody said he wanted to be Batman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's Aaron Anderson wants to be Batman.
Okay.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Well, we invite you to go to our Around the Table Facebook page for sure. And
if you want to be silly, that's
comment. We don't care. It's all in fun. But yeah, if you want to be serious about it and tell us what you really would like, I'd probably have to do a meme because at this point, I don't really want to do anything else than what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So,
Have you ever watched that show, Dirty Jobs?
I have.
Oh my gosh, I
I
wouldn't
have,
want
I
to do 80% of the jobs
Yeah.
people do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
Stuff
Ugh.
that you'd kind of take for granted.
Yeah, really.
So, alrighty.
Go to our Facebook page. Put your answer in. We appreciate
We
it.
hope the graphics, I know the graphics up because you've seen responses.
Yeah.
So just because we're not up to date with the times right now. All right. You know what? Let's
that?
do a little history.
All right.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
Will you to your power cause law and justice in mercy to be executed in all your judgments?
I will.
88 years ago today, after his brother abdicated the throne, Britain's King George VI was crowned and took the oath at Westminster Abbey.
Okay.
The President has met with the National Security Council. He considers this seizure to be an act of piracy. He has instructed the State Department to demand the immediate release of the ship.
This was back in 1975, 50 years ago today, off the Cambodia. Off of the Cambodia coast, the U.S. merchant ship Mayugwis was fired on and seized by a Cambodian gunboat. 39 Americans were aboard the ship, and which the Cambodians claimed were spying. This was Press Secretary Ron Nessen spoke for the President Ford.
Okay.
2 days later, American forces staged a rescue mission. It succeeded, but the cost of 15 servicemen were killed, 50 wounded, and 3 were missing.
All righty.
This mother doesn't want to believe it's her daughter lying on the ground. Can you look at her earrings, her socks? She pleads with the rescuers.
17 years ago today, a devastating earthquake in China province killed some 70,000 people. The next day, CBS Celia Hatton visited a school where 1,000 children had died. Wow.
This discovery was made possible by more than 300 researchers from 80 institutions working with 8 different telescopes around the globe.
This was 3 years ago today. The world got a look at the first but fuzzy image of the supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way, with astronomers calling it a gentle giant on near starvation diet. Karen Moringale of the U.S. National Science Foundation said this took the cooperation of help of many.
The next one is a birthday cut. 77 years ago today, singer Steve Winwood was born.
Oh, yeah.
You may remember the
I
song
do.
Valerie. All right.
How many times you been in the lineup? It's always you and 4 dummies. PD are paying homeless guys $10 a head half the time.
This is 75 years ago today. Irish actor Gabriel Byrne was born. His movie credits include The Usual Suspects.
Okay. And another birthday cut. 70 years ago today, Kix Brooks of the country duo Brooks and Dunn was born. One of their hits was You're Gonna Miss Me When I'm Gone.
It's like this mindless machine that I can't even relate to anymore. Andrew, you've got to be number 1. I won't tolerate any losers in this family. Win! Win! Win!
Wow.
That's another birthday cut. 63 years ago today, actor Emilio Estevez was born. He is best known as a member of the Brat Pack, who appeared in John Hughes films throughout the 1980s. He played Andy Clark, the athlete in The Breakfast Club, who had a bad relationship with his father.
Okay.
It's better than any album anyone's ever promised you, darling. It's a bloody masterpiece.
I will probably butcher the poor guy's name. 44 years ago today, actor Rami Malek was born. His role as Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody earned him an Oscar win for Best Actor.
You know, I would have pronounced that entirely different than you.
Rami Malek.
Malik?
Malik?
I don't know.
You
you probably
I've heard
are right.
his name. I don't pay attention to it. It doesn't stand out in my mind.
Names are the hardest thing.
Yep.
All remaining systems will bow to the First Order and will remember this as the last day of the Republic.
Okay.
Okay.
Another birthday cut. 42 years ago today, actor Domhnall Gleeson was born. He has played a robot in Black Mirror and also played the opposite, a robot in Ex Machina. But he is perhaps best known for his role as General Hux in Star Wars Episode 7 through 9.
Well, there you go with your Today in History on this fine May 12th. Yeah. And we are due to go to a break, but we have Wanda Massengale in the lobby with the pet of the week. She did text, but I don't know what it was because I didn't get to look at it. My phone's not in here. That is Wanda, dear.
Oh, she looks different today.
Okay. So, he's trying to mess with me. We will go to break. We will return after these messages. Stay with us. Welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann.
With
what's his name? I can't think of his name. No, that's not true. Dan, we want to mention that Paradise Cream has a concession trailer.
Yes, they're set up, and we have already bought our pints.
Are ready to service the members of our community.
We bought several pints.
You did?
Oh my gosh!
Well, tell people where it's located.
It's located right across the street from Pizza Hut, right there on the business bypass.
Okay.
On the business.
Okay.
6265 Main Street.
Right.
Yes.
And they're open from 3 to 8.
Yes, 3 to 8.
Okay.
I was going to say that we whipped it out of the freezer for Mother's Day after the meal, and everybody goes, "Where did you get this stuff?" This stuff is so good. Have you ever had Paradise Cream ice cream?
Huh.
The old style ice cream when it tasted like cream. You know, that was good. Are you on live?
No.
Stop.
Hello.
Anyway, it's good ice cream. You got to go by and get you a pint. Or you could even get a cone just to try one out. But they got 40 flavors? Lots of flavors. Lots of flavors.
Anyway, we invite everyone to go buy
Treat
Paradise
yourself.
Cream for
Chocolate's
sure.
my deal.
This is chocolate. Well, I think they've got a darker fudge chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
And if you like chocolate, it will make your eyes roll back in your head.
Oh, okay. Well, we
You
want
don't
to
believe me, do you, Wanda?
we want to mention that Wanda Massengale is in the studio with us, and she represents the Ozark Humane Society and brings a pet of the week, and she has with her a precious little 9-week-old kitten, is it?
Yes.
Named Luther.
At
this point.
Right.
Its name is Luther.
He's purring.
What do I need
now.
to go? What camera there?
My camera.
Oh, there we go. Look at little Luther, little red thing.
He's 9 weeks old. He'll be fixed. They can fix him at three months or more.
Right.
And his adoption fee is $75. And they said they're getting some kittens in this Thursday.
Oh my! So it's kitten season.
It definitely
unfortunately.
is, yeah.
Look at that precious baby.
He's so cute.
All right.
But they've had 3 dogs and 3 cats adopted out in May. And they've taken in 18 cats in April.
Okay. I did.
That's quite a few take-ins.
Right.
Yes. And then I asked about in-house, 27 dogs and 20 cats, so that's 47. And they just did the plant sale, and they said it was a real big success.
I am so glad.
I am too. But till Thursday, May 1st through 15th, Bissell Foundation is sponsoring adoption for this Humane Society. I don't know about anywhere else. For $40. Now, that's not kittens or puppies. That's grown cats and dogs for $40.
Wow.
That's your shots, fixing, and free microchip.
That's a deal.
That's a deal. And Thursday of this week is the last day.
Wow, okay.
And I asked about the fundraisers, because the plant sale's over. And I said, well, used to, years ago, in May was 10 for a friend. And they said that's every day, all year long.
Gotcha.
And a person can donate at the Ozark Humane Society page. There's a link there, I think, to donate.
That's very convenient for people to be able to go on there, press that link, and give them financially to help the Humane Society, for sure.
And then in April, Dr. Addis, who's a veterinarian that is on Sansing Hollow Road, was going to do a rabies clinic at the Bergman City Hall, but it was postponed because of the rain.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's been rescheduled to May 24th, and it's at his office, which is 436 Sansing Hollow Road, and he'll do rabies, distemper, microchip, flea and tick, heartworm, all that.
Wow. I didn't know he had a whole place there.
Yes.
Office.
It's an office, and it's from 9 to 1.
Oh, okay.
At his
so,
office.
I guess if you want to know more information, was there a phone number associated with that at all, or some way to?
When I've contacted him, I just have to text him.
Okay.
And I've got that number right here.
Well, is it okay to put that, you think, out there?
Well, I'm sure. I mean,
okay.
Because I don't know how anyone else would contact him.
Right, exactly.
It's 870 204
Okay.
2835.
Because I'm thinking if you have questions, or don't they probably need to, do they just drop their pet off? Do you just...
No, you stay there.
Do you do an appointment? You have to have an appointment, I would think.
Not for the rabies clinic.
Okay.
I think you just first come
as
first
you go.
serve, and
Okay.
you wait.
Okay, perfect.
It's just like they used to be years ago
Yeah.
when you just take your pet.
Okay. Wait in line.
Wait in line.
Okay.
Right. He fixed Teddy Bear because the Ozark Humane Society spay and neuter was full.
Mm-hmm.
And I always get mine fixed like 5 months.
Okay.
And so he did Teddy Bear, but it was the Bissell Foundation that was in that clinic at that time.
Okay.
And, I don't think that clinic does it, but 7 South Affordable Vet's been doing Bissell.
One way to look is to go to Facebook, I would think, and follow these businesses these vet places that do that, and then keep abreast of, when the dates are and what the qualifications are and all that kind of thing, so that you have some information there.
And the Humane Society on Wednesday, on their Facebook page, they do Woofer Wednesday, where they highlight a dog that's up for adoption. And then Thrifty Thursday is when the Humane Society posts what some of the items for sale at the thrift store.
And the thrift store is their income for being able to look after all the animals.
Yeah,
for sure.
And then I brought was given a
pet
cardboard
carrier.
pet carrier, and the reason for that is they need small ones.
Mm-hmm.
Because people come adopt a cat, well, they don't bring a carrier because you can't just lead a
Okay.
cat to the car like you can your pet, a dog. And they don't want the cats to run off from a new owner, which has happened.
Can you buy these somewhere?
I think so.
Okay.
Or a person can donate money to buy them. But
And there may,
maybe
you go to the wide camera to kind of show what it looks
which
like.
Which one's
maybe.
that?
The wide camera, the number 4, yeah. So that's the box there.
There we go.
It's just a cardboard box, but it's got holes punched in it to breathe, and it's got a little handle. And I guess it comes flat, and you just fold it into a box.
Sure.
Put your.
I think that they might do well to include that in charge for it, but include it right there.
Yeah, in every adoption.
In every adoption.
Yeah.
I mean,
it
they
might
have
be a thought.
the big crates for sure, but it's the little ones they need for the cats because people just don't think about it.
Right.
And they're supposed to bring it back, I'm sure. And
right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
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 And I bet they come in different sizes. They may only have one, but I bet you can buy those in different
I'm sure
sizes.
Amazon has them.
Yeah, that's cool.
Let's be responsible pet owners. In the whole process, you're getting your pet spayed or neutered or whichever the case may be, but also you need to bring a carrier.
Yeah.
So.
And that's right, because they can't. I mean, the adoption fee is not enough to
Right.
cover that as
right.
well.
Right.
But a person can get their cat's microchip too. We always think about
Mm-hmm.
dogs, but a person can do. But I've got one here, but it's a needle that goes right in their shoulder, and the little chip goes into their muscle, and the muscle keeps the chip charged.
That's amazing.
But it's just
Cool.
it's a tiny, tiny, tiny little chip.
Oh, you brought one with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it is, and there's a chip inside there.
But don't show the needle to the animal. They'll flip out.
Poor little Luther might go crazy.
Isn't that a cute little kitten?
Yeah, it's cute.
He's red. He kind of reminds me of the devil, Luther.
Oh.
I don't think that was the thought for it, really.
No, and only my demented brain went there.
But another thing is, like I've said before, Tractor Supply on Sundays have a way to get people's animals vaccinated and stuff like that, if that helps someone. 7 South is doing the Bissell spay and neuter. I think the next one's May 29th, but a person would need to call and make an appointment and see. But yeah, the plant sale was a success,
and that's plant sales one of their money making
right. It's fun
opportunities,
Mm-hmm.
and you benefit from that. But it also helps the animals, and there's you can help the animals by giving money at Powell Feed, and also
Harrison Animal Clinic.
Animal Clinic and just financially help support what the Ozark Humane Society does. Our numbers have gone down, and it's summer, and they're probably going to go back up because everybody's, I guess, breeding happens until you stop the problem.
When I go there, there's different sizes, breeds, everything of the pets, but between the runs, they have sheet metal, and that's for, I'm sure, to help with aggression.
Oh, yeah.
And helping to save their chain link wire from being torn up. So if anyone had sheet metal, not old rusty, but good sheet metal,
okay,
they put between the runs. I thought of that this morning when I was there. That's just, there's so many things that a person doesn't even think about.
Right.
A wash soap. They're always using the washer and,
and
dryer sheets. I assume they use them to keep.
You said they need towels too, that kind of thing. If you
Towels,
got old towels and you want to buy new
blankets.
towels and you don't know what to do with them, donate them.
And I know winter is not around the corner, but people do spring clean out, and there's blankets they use.
And something you always mention is newspaper,
right,
which is harder and harder to come by since our papers, less people are taking the local paper, but save your paper. I know Hillary here saves papers for
yes,
for
I take
them.
them.
So that's always appreciated for sure. Yep. But support the Ozark Humane Society.
Oh, look at that.
Support the little babies.
Well,
like Luther.
They do keep. We would without the Ozark Humane Society, we would have animals running through the streets, right?
That's right.
It would be an epidemic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the Humane Societies in all this area, like in Marion County, Madison County, Carroll County, all of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. And I know that our shelter transports dogs to Colorado sometimes for adoption out there.
They do what they can to get those animals placed.
There's much more work than anyone can really imagine unless they're involved in it.
Right.
They need walkers, people that walk and volunteer out there is needed. It's time of the year where walking the pets would be a good thing to do.
They can get out and roam around, and also it helps the pets with their socialization skills to have people around them.
And toys,
sure.
They need toys, leashes, collars.
You think about all the things you have for your pet, and then you go times 10, 100, times 100 or whatever, because, let's support the Ozark Humane Society and other.
This little fella is just precious.
Well, this is Luther, and he's available for adoption. So
Does he have brothers and sisters or no?
They didn't say. They just said there was going to be some kittens available.
Okay.
Or there on Thursday.
Well, so you can go out there, or you can watch their Facebook page as well as they feature animals. What were you going to say, Dan?
I was going to say Luther's a cool cat.
Cool cat.
Now, he's
cool cat.
approachable. I petted him. He didn't get squeamish. He's not crying. He's not skittish.
He's not trying to run off.
No, he's a cool cat.
Most kittens will claw.
Yeah.
Really, because they're scared.
Not Luther.
Not Luther.
Yeah.
He's calm, cool, and collected.
He's
available.
Socialized.
Right. All right, Wanda. Well, we thank you again for being here this week, and
I guess it'll be the 9th of June.
We'll see you in a couple weeks.
No, that's Memorial Day.
Oh, well, you come in here. We won't be here, but you can come if you want.
All right, we are going to head to a break. We'll be back after these words. Welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. We are trying to make sure our timing is in sync.
Yeah.
And sometimes my timing is not in sync. I don't know about you.
We have to coordinate with the radio and the television. And
We
so.
do.
Yeah.
We have, and we want to mention that Stone Bank is our show sponsor, and we
Yes.
appreciate Stone Bank very much.
They're a Boulder place to bank.
They are a Boulder place to bank, Dan.
They are.
Boulder Banking.
Right here in Harrison, Arkansas.
You betcha. You
Check 'em out.
betcha. And also, I think Million Meals is going on, and
Have you got any information on that?
I don't know, Dan, do you? I don't
know.
on the top of my head, but I did. Our Vesta Bank is always big in that, in making sure that meals are provided in our local food pantries, that there's food always available in our local food pantries. So we appreciate that and the dedication that Arvest has for all that.
Okay. And also, Dick's 5 and 10, we have the new winners for this. They're still having that. They're still having their $100.
There'll be a whole new week of winners,
I know,
there?
$500 a week, $100 per person. And the winners from last week was Rhonda Greger from Texas, Ann Reagan from North Carolina, Carolyn Farrell from Kentucky, Cheryl Groen from Missouri, and Angela Champion, also from Missouri. So check it out. A lot of people coming from all over the country to Branson and taking, I don't know if they're taking, but they are taking advantage of the extra free money.
Right.
But I'm sure that it's an exciting thing for them. So check out
Alrighty
Dick's
then.
5 and 10 right there in the heart of Branson downtown.
Okay, Dan.
Okay. Are we up to date now?
Yes, we're up to date till we talk about something else.
Okay. You want to do some local stuff?
Yeah, let's talk about Crawdad Days is this weekend.
Okay.
It's like it's already rolled around to a whole new year of Crawdad Days, and that's happening on the 16th and 17th. And all that goes on now at the fairgrounds area, and Allison Black's going to come in tomorrow and talk to us about details about that. But we invite everybody to get your thought process in here that you need to go visit Crawdad Days.
Yeah.
You know, there's live music that's associated with it. There's always a carnival. I think they often have a petting zoo and even a 5K walk.
That's cool.
So all those things will be associated with that, which is happening this weekend. And we will tune in tomorrow for additional details about that with Allison Black.
Okay.
Also, May 17th is the Boone County Residential Cleanup. Now, that's county. They've already done the citywide one, so this is the county one.
Oh, okay. And you have to take it to Methvin.
Correct. Methvin Sanitation.
At the end of Industrial Park Road.
That's right. It's this community service is staffed by the Boone County Road Department. Be kind to the people that work there. They are doing us a favor. All persons must remain in vehicle unless you're wearing a hard hat and a reflective vest, so don't be getting out your car. Okay? Some of the things they will accept on this are TVs and computers, monitors. There will be a charge of $5 for each of those, but they do accept those. Electronics, modems, laptops, microwaves, cell phones, junk iron, washers, dryers, wood stoves, scrap metal, etc., furniture, mattresses, and carpet. Tires, no more than 10.
Oh, they're taking tires, huh?
And no tractor or industrial type tires. So they are limited on what kind. And things you cannot bring: refrigerators, freezers, air conditioners, dehumidifiers, hazardous household materials, fluorescent light bulbs, chemicals such as paint, and I think probably pool chemicals is one of those, yard waste, construction debris, and ordinary trash are not accepted at this Boone County Residential Cleanup.
Okay.
But we appreciate that is being offered.
Well, good.
And there's something else going on with the Roundup Club.
Okay.
The 17th, which is what, Saturday? Is Saturday the 17th?
The 17th, yes.
Okay.
I don't have that right here.
Starting at 7 p.m. is the Crawdad Days Shootout. It's all associated with the Crawdad Days. And there'll be team roping, tie-down roping, breakaway roping, the regular roping stuff that normally
the rodeo
goes on.
stuff.
Plus rough stock. Bull riding, saddle bronc, and bareback will be an option there as well. And the admission is $10 for adults, $5 for kids, 5 and under. 6 through 12, and 5 and under, guess what? They are free.
Okay, free.
And again, that's happening at the Harrison Roundup Club Arena on May 6th. Harrison Roundup Club Arena on May 17th at 7 p.m. Make your plans. You can just have a whole day of it. You can go out and play at Crawdad Days, and then there you be.
And you can eat all the stuff you wouldn't normally eat anywhere else. I like the concession food. Because it gives you the opportunity to kind of say, yeah, today's the day to do that.
This is the day I get to,
funnel cakes.
Have some funnel cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Diamond Cities and Lead Hills having a big to-do. Diamond City Parks and Recreation's having their first annual Memorial Day Fish Fry.
Ooh, nice.
That's Saturday, May the 24th from 4 to 8 p.m. at the Diamond City Event Park. They'll have meals including fried fish, drink and a dessert. That's $15.
Wow.
For a person, yeah. They also kids 10 and under. They're giving those free hot dogs.
Go get a free hot dog.
Yeah. I've got a little beanie hat at home that might make me look 10.
Do you have any clothes that might make you look 10?
I've got some little knickers.
I think you probably have some.
Knickers and, suspenders maybe.
You don't even need that. You just need a dated shirt, maybe back to that day.
They'd probably laugh and say, what you wore, I'll give you a hot dog. Let's see here. They ask you to bring your lawn chairs. And Kicking Country is going to be playing that night. So check it out. Proceeds from all the money there go to the city campground, city playground accessible and safety upgrades that they're planning to do. So that's happening May the 24th from 4 to 8 at the Diamond City Event Park. Check it out.
All right, you got another one?
I've got Brandon Burlsworth Youth Camp, June 25th and 28th. I think we had him on last week, and there's only a few slots left. So if you're interested, I think some are full. I think the ones in Little Rock are completely full.
Wow.
But for more information, you can go online to brandonburlsworth.org to find out more and to also register. Check that out if you're interested in the famous Brandon Burlsworth football camps.
All righty. I am trying to find some details out about, there was a rescheduled event that's happening at T's Barbecue, but I'll be darned. There it is. The new dates for this, it was scheduled in April, but the new dates are the 16th and 17th. So that's this weekend as well.
Of May?
Of May.
Okay.
And it's happening at T's Barbecue, and it says, attention singers. Do you have what it takes?
I saw that one.
So it's Battle of the Vocalist. It's an opportunity and a chance for to open for a Nashville band and a chance to get your talents in front of Nashville producers is what their focus is. There'll be prizes and opportunities to be announced, it says, and one free meal with every entry. So, again, that's May 16th and 17th, and that's all happening at T's Barbecue. Okay. So, check that out.
And Horseshoe Bend Canyon Ranch is having their summer camp.
Yeah, okay.
June 11th through the 15th, and also July 16th through the 20th. The day price is $290. Wow. Cabin rates 50% off for ages 10 and up. Lunch and dinner included from 9:30 to 6 p.m., 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. There's a limited availability, and you'd like more information, you could go to horseshoecanyon.com or 800-480-9635.
Okay, and also remember that Tyler Farr is coming to Creekside Amp.
Yes.
It'll be the grand opening event, and we invite everyone to check that out. And they're going to have good music and some local talent, and it's your VIP will get you up front. It doesn't get you a special anything other than to be access.
Right.
Be right up front and center, I should say.
Right. Okay.
And there'll be premium seats and general lawn seats available as well. And I believe you can go to the Creekside. I don't know if it's the Creekside AMP Facebook page or the Creekside Community Center Facebook page, but
CreeksideAMP.com.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So there. And don't forget the Gentleman's Art Show is coming up June 20th as well.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah. We need to take another break.
Another one? Okay.
We do. And, well, let me say this lastly before we do, and that's that the Valley Springs Foundation Golf Tournament is May 31st. Go check that out on their Facebook page. Okay. We're going to go to break, and then we'll come back with, I don't know what.
More stuff.
We never know what lurks ahead, but we'll be back shortly. Stay with us.
Channel 26.1.
Well, welcome back.
Welcome
to Around the Table. How come I cannot hear? There we are with Dan and Ann. We're closing out our last break, sort of. I'm trying to get my headphones to where I can actually hear that I'm speaking to people. In case you're wondering.
pull this one down, you can hear a lot better.
This is hello.
Yeah, there you go.
Did.
This one overpowers, so
it is overpowering people. I can't even say the word, Dan. Overpowering. Mm-hmm. Okay. So,
I got to tell you a story.
Oh, tell me a story.
We got this story about TSA, and I'll read it, and I'm going to tell you a story after this. That I've had a little issue going through the TSA.
All right.
On the flight.
Uh-oh.
TSA offers updates, guidelines on lithium batteries and chargers with the new TSA charges rolling out at airports. A couple of essential items now being banned from checkout luggage or checked luggage, portable chargers and phone banks, and that use lithium batteries, which is about most of them. Anyway, do you want to tell me?
I'm listening. No, I'm listening because I'm fixing to travel.
Updated guidelines from the FAA, excuse me, require that anything with a lithium battery must be in carry-on baggage only.
That's nothing new.
Okay, it seems they provide a fire risk in the cargo hold of the plane, and who wants mid-air collisions, right? So if you're planning to fly, find out what's permissible with your carry-on. You can learn more at the tsa.gov/security-screenings.
Yeah, I mean, usually they're telling you that throughout the whole line. You
yeah,
know, if
they
you have
told me that
lithium
too.
batteries, blah 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 blah. But maybe maybe people aren't conforming to that, so they need to remind them. I don't know.
Well, I got a new device it's a diabetic device that's hooked to my body.
Yes.
And I was glad that I asked my trainer, this is very new for me, so they were training me last week. And I says, I'm going to be flying here in a couple of days. Can this just go through the scanner? Mm-hmm. And she said, no. It will do something wrong. It will unprogram, do something. She said, just ask for a personal pat down.
Oh, how wonderful.
Oh,
you
my
get to get patted down.
So I'm assuming that they don't do this that often. They don't do the pat down that often. Oh, sorry.
My head was cut off.
Oh, and so I told them that, and they said, well, stand over there. It's like, we got a routine going. We're pushing these cows. I mean, we're pushing these people through.
Yes.
So, stand over there. We'll get to you in a minute. So we were, we only had like 10 minutes to get on the flight.
Right.
And so the guy comes up to me and he says, would you like a private room when I pad you down, or do you want to do this right out here in the public? I said, I don't need a private room.
That's what I say.
What?
What? I'm a little afraid that you're asking me that.
Yeah. And he starts explaining how he's going to touch me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to use the back of my hand. I'm going to use the forward of my hand. I'm going to go in your crotch area, and I'm going to go under your belt, and all this stuff. I had to take my belt off, had to take my shoes off, had to hold my arms out, and they checked me, and they're wearing gloves.
Yes.
Well, then they wipe it down with some kind of paper, which detects explosives or whatever. They put it in the machine, and it goes beep, 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 red.
No.
So
you're going to have to hurry up on your story.
I was going to say 3 or 4 people came over, and the glove was contaminated before me. Then they had to do it again.
You guinea pig.
So I was there, up to the last minute.
And you're antsy because you need to catch your flight.
The looks on everyone else is like, I hope I'm not getting on the plane with that guy.
Screwed. Watch it. He's going to try and pawn something off in your suitcase.
Has he got a bomb is what they were thinking.
Exactly. The bomb, a bomb, a bomb,
yeah,
bomb,
yeah,
a bomb. Hey, do you know what today is, Dan?
International Nurses Day.
Most definitely. We appreciate all our nurses.
And then National Limerick Day. Okay, Limerick. World's Women's Checkup Day. Get yourself checked out.
Yeah.
The Webby Awards. These are Web Internet Awards.
Oscars of the Internet, it says.
And then NBA Draft Lottery starts at 8:30 p.m. tonight.
Okie dokie.
Had a great day with you, Ann. Thanks so much
Glad
for
you're
allowing
back,
me to
Dan.
be on this side of the table.
Yeah, well, you're done with it. Not happening tomorrow.
All right. We'll
All
see you
right,
again tomorrow.
We thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back.
Stone Bank has presented today's Around the Table program. Find us in Harrison.